This conference will now be recorded.
So every month, first week of every month, the top management, they will generate trial balance, balance sheet and income statements. Balance sheet and income statements, and trial balance they will generate. They will ask to generate by accounts department, and they will monitor, they will study the uh, financial position of the company. That is, periodically they need to do it. Uh, as and when they want, they can generate it, but at least every month end, I mean to say first week of month, they will validate. So if they are generating reports in the month of first week of month, they need to finish the all the activities in the last month. For the last month, whatever it is there, all the activities should be completed. What are the activities need to be executed? The month-end transactions. The first most important is inventory valuation. Inventory recalculation or valuation, because we have discussed that is in the system, it is a purely logistics, but I have explained to both batches during a combined session, inventory closing process. So that process should be executed. If you are not executed, what happens? The differences, whatever it was there, the calculations we have discussed in detail. You can, if you want, you can revisit that inventory closing process. So you need to run this process. So if you are not run, the balances will be wrong. The calculations will be wrong. So system will not stop you. You are generating, simply you are generating trial balance or balance sheet or income statement. Majorly income statement you will generate. You will generate income statement and balance sheet. While generating income statement and balance sheet, at that time, if the values are wrong, your manager will get angry like anything. So that is the reason, before going to generate a report, you need to make sure inventory valuation is executed or not, inventory closing process is executed or not. You need to verify. Of course, accountant need to check with the system or need to check with the stores department whether they have executed this inventory closing process or not. That is first most important. Next one is foreign currency revaluation. Foreign currency revaluation. This also should be executed. This foreign currency revaluation is exist in AP, ER, GL, and cash and bank. Recently, Microsoft has incorporated. All these things should be executed by should be executed. So you need to make sure if you have exports and imports, then whether the foreign currency revaluation is executed or not, you need to verify. Next, all sales orders are processed for invoice or not, completed or not. Because in the month end, there will be targets will be there by sales representatives. So they will put pressure to their customers to purchase the material in the month end a lot to reach the targets. So sales teams, the marketing team, they will have some targets they need to reach. So for that, in the month end, they will make a pressure. So usually when I observed in many industries, like in the month end, there will be sales will be high. So what they will do, stores persons, they will complete their packing slips, delivery of the material rather than invoice. Invoicing, they will give second priority. The first priority, they will dispatch the material to the customers. At that time, so some pending invoices may be there. We need to make sure the invoices completed or not, and purchase order invoices as well. So purchase order invoices, this is not in your hand, because if the vendor has sent the material and he has not sent invoice, you can't do anything. You can't do anything. But whereas customer invoices, it is in your because you are the initiator, you are generating invoice, you can finish that invoice. And for the purchase order, that is the reason the invoice may be received by you or not. Sometimes vendor has not sent. That is the reason we are enabling post product receipt in lecture. If you enable that one, at the time of product receipt, the temporary postings were posting, so there is no issue at all. Next, provisional entries or payable entries should be completed by accountants. What is this provisional entries or payables? Suppose take the example rent amount. Rent amount I am paying on 5th of July, 5th of August. But this 5th of July is not, the rent is not belongs to current month, the previous month expenditure. Otherwise, electricity bill. I am receiving electricity bill 20,000 rupees on 4th of every month. I am paying 8th or 10th of every month. But this rent, this electricity expenses is belongs to last month. Then I need to enter provisional entry. So that provisional entry means accountants, they will do a lot. So accountants, they know a lot. What it means, they will enter on 30th June, suppose 21. What they will enter? Electricity expenses account delta to provision for electricity. So expenses they are booking, but it is not posted. So if they want immediately, they can post a reversal entry on 1st of July. If they want, they can post the reversal entry if they want. Otherwise, this is two options. This is purely terminology from commerce. Accountants, they will do it. So this is one option, reversal entry immediately. Then what they will do, they will pay expenses whenever they are paying, like suppose 10th of July, 10th July, if they are receiving, they will post expenses account data to electricity expenses account data to cash or bank account credit. This is option one. Otherwise, option two, actually provision for electricity account data to cash or bank credit. They will pay to this one. So in this, electricity expenses debit and credit is there. Look at this one. In this, but this is already posted. For this, I am posting expenses directly. This is provisional entries or payable entries. Of course, for finance functional consultant, this is not a complex to you, or it is not your piece of work. Accountants, they will do it a lot, these entries. So if you are accountant, definitely you need to know about these things. If you are not accountant, simply how to post the transaction debits and credits you are going to show to the customer. That's it. They will take care about these things. You need not to worry. Okay, so these entries, if you are getting break your head, leave it. It is not required for you at all. But only accountants, they need to make sure the provisional entries or payable entries is completed by themselves. Because rent amount, suppose 2 lakhs rupees rent amount monthly, if you are not putting that expenses in the transactions, if you are paying on the 6th of July or 7th of July, then your trial balance or your P&L account is going wrong. You are showing more profit, you are not booking expenses. Understood? So if you are able to follow whatever I have explained this one, fine. If you are not able to follow, if you are a non-commerce background, and if you are not able to follow, leave it. Remember, provisional entries should be posted by accountants, and any pending entries need to be posted. This is, they need to, before generating a balance sheet or income statement, before generating, they need to validate all these things. System will not stop you to generate the report. At any point of time you can generate, but in the month end, accountants, they will make sure all these things happen properly or not. Understood? Any doubt here? Anyone, please? Any additional inputs? Always welcome. Any doubts or any clarifications, please unmute yourself. Yes or no, at least.
So there, in case of provisional reversal, option 2, what we are seeing, is there a system where we can mark saying that this entry has to be reversed in the next one so that the entry can be automatically created by the system? Or
Yeah, that
the
is
accountant has to?
this one they can do it immediately. This one you are talking about, this one, am I right? Because it is a reversal entry.
Yeah, it's a reversal entry.
Yeah, that is by default it is available. So I'm going to show you that one. So if you go to general journals, general ledger, you need not to wait for something. In the single entry you can enter reverse entry as well. General entries, general journals, general journals. I will show you one transaction quickly so that you can understand. General journal. So electricity scenario will take this one. Rent scenario will take this one, because rent is fixed amount. So we can do payment directly to this guy, this account. But if it is electricity will be vary from 21,000, 22,000 or 23,000. So I cannot post to this account. Then I will use this option, reversal immediately. So that if it is 20,000 I have entered and actually is suppose 22,553, I will post this one 22,553 as actual expenditure. This is a rough figure. Okay, if it is a rent amount, rather than this account, I can post directly rent amount to this one. This is the second option. Okay, let me show you the first option now. So as I told you, accountants will take care about this one. You need not to worry, but you need to know like how to do it. That's it. What is the entry and everything, they will know. Okay, now here I am selecting, suppose, electricity expenses. Account data 2, roughly it is 20,000. Now here I am entering provision for electricity. It is with payable or provisional. So let me verify, is there any relevant account is available or not. If it is not available, I will take something else, anything. Something I'm taking, suppose this is electricity payable, suppose, take the example. Okay, now while doing posting, you are entering on, suppose, exactly the last day, 30th of July. Now reversal on 1st of August. 2nd of August. I can post directly. Together it is posting. Because this is a rough amount. It is not exact figure of electricity. Because on 30th, I don't know what is the electricity charges I'm receiving next month. It may be 22,553 or 21,655 or 19,535, 235. I don't know exact figure. So roughly 20,000. So look at this one. The transaction is posted, like counter entry also like this. Make sense? Debit and credit.
On this journal, on the right side, I saw something called as release date. Any business significance of it?
Which one? This one? If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want to block the transaction, you can enter the date so that it will not allow you to post the transaction.
Till that date. After that, will that
Yeah.
automatically post, or
No, it will
will I
not.
have to come back?
System will not post automatically. That is, we need to do it. But up to that date, it will stop you.
Okay. Any business use case? Yeah, I can put that date.
To be frankly, I have not used. So for naming convention, we have used. See, data entry. Suppose you have entered in the month of, example, the same scenario, 20th or something. You are forgetting the month end entries. You are posting something transactions in the month end. Whatever I want to post, those things I can enter in the advance, and I will make it on 30th of July. So that up to 30th July, it will not allow you to post. The utilization is very less, to be frankly, but in the same scenario you can use it. Suppose on 15th of July, 16th of July, you have plenty of time, you have entered data entry, and you want to block this one, should not be posted now, should be posted in the month end. Then you can enter the date as 30th of July or 31st of July. Once it is reached, then automatically system will allow you to post. That's it. Make sense?
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine. So this is provisional entries. This is month end activities. Every month end need to be executed. Once it is done, the same month end, year end also, at the end of the year end also, you need to do all these things. It is must. It is a manual tasks. System will not validate. This is your task. Manually, accountants they need to execute. Then year end process, what happens? Closing balances will be transferred to opening balances. This I have explained, but let me show you once again. Closing balances will be transferred to opening balances. Here, all balances will not be transferred. It is assets, liabilities, and equities will be carried forward to the next year. Assets, liabilities, and equities. These three types will be carried forward to the next year. And whereas P&L accounts like expenses, incomes, that is sales revenues, cost of goods, expenses, other income, and appropriation, entire net effect will be a profit to the organization. Usually it is a profit or it may be a loss. That profit or loss will be transferred to retained earnings. The net effect of pay accounts is a profit. Usually it is a profit. I will not do business for loss. I'm right. Profit. So the net profit will be transferred to the retained earnings. One ledger account will be there in the equities, retained earnings that will be transferred. So the execution is very simple. This in earlier videos I have explained, but so general ledger, periodic tasks. So I think period close. sorry. So year-end close. In 2012, the farm name is opening transactions kind of thing. It is the farm name is, it is opening transactions kind of thing. In D365, it is year-end close, the same name. It is renamed as a opening transactions to year-end close. So simply you need to run this process by clicking here. So retained earnings, as I told you, retained earnings account you need to map here and click on select this one, click OK. Then you need to select the year for which year you want to map it. And earlier in 2012, you need to map the closing period date, the closing period, but nowadays it is not required. Okay, this is closing period you need to select and you need to enter the voucher. In 2012, you need to enter the date, the closing date of the financial year manually. Now here you need to enter here and close, run this process. Now undo previous close. So there are two options. This year-end process you can execute n number of times. You can execute a number of times, because suppose in the month of April you are posting, you have executed this year-end close, opening balances came into the picture. Now after that, in the month of suppose you have generated this year-end process on 5th of July, 5th of April, 5th April you have executed. Now 10th of April you have posted one transaction in the previous year. Then you need to run once again year-end close, so that the closing balances should be transferred to the opening balances. Now in this previous year undo previous process means all the transactions whatever it was posted previously, it will be reversed and fresh transactions will be posted. This one, if you remove this checkbox, earlier it is 20,000, now there is a 5,000, so 5,000 is one more transaction will create if you do like this. Understood or any confusion? So here if you enter, suppose earlier balance is 20,000, now you have in the last month you have entered 5,000 difference something, then if you want another 5,000 one more transaction, then you make it no. I don't want 20,000 plus 5,000, I want 25,000 as a single transaction with a new entry, then undo the previous transactions. Undo the previous transactions means remove the previous transactions and recreate new transactions. Understood? Any confusion here? Are you able to hear me? Anyone, please?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. So you can execute simply. It will be opening balances will be transferred. No issues. It will take some time, but here transfer. See, transfer balance sheet dimensions. So if you enable, it will transfer to the balance sheet wise. I mean to say dimensions wise, it will be transferred. Usually I want, like I mean to say here 110120 is a account. This account has some balance, and 110120 with the business unit 1. I want the balance business unit wise, department wise. If you want, you need to enable this checkbox. It is must. 90% will enable the checkbox. Simply, year-end process is very simple. You need to execute. Remember, like always, year-end process once it is executed, closing balances will be transferred to the next year, but not all. It will be transferred balances for assets, liabilities, and equities only. That means customer related, item related, fixed assets related, vendors related, and then shareholders related, investors. Those balances will be only transferred to the next year. And suppose revenue accounts, sales revenue happened last year 20 lakhs, and cost of goods it is 25 lakhs. That will not be transferred. That is net effect becomes a profit to my organization. Understood? Only you need to be very much clear about this word, like P&L accounts, that means sales revenue accounts, cost of goods, expenses, other incomes, and appropriation. All these things, net effect is a profit to my organization. That profit will be transferred to retained earnings. That is the reason we have mapped retained earnings, the ledger account. That's it. Year-end process is a simple one, 2 minutes task. Of course, it will take some time because if it is a huge data, it may take hours. That is the reason the batch job is there. Whenever you are executing, it is a batch job. If you look at this one, huge processes, Microsoft advantage in D365 is huge process, majority processes are made as a batch jobs. In this, it is a batch job. In 2012 previous versions, it is not, very few only batch jobs are there. In D365, majority came into the picture as a batch jobs, so that system will, the performance will not affect. The background, it will be processed. Yeah. Understood? Any doubt here in this process? Year-end close or year-end process? If it is clear, one more small topic I would like to discuss. I think I have discussed, but I did not remember whether I have discussed or not. I will go to the second topic, one more topic. Pending topic, small topic. Clear? Anyone?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now, PDC, post-dated checks. This may not be finished by today, but let me introduce this topic. What is this PDC? Post-dated checks. Whether I have discussed in the previous session, like in the training, in the sessions or not, I did not remember, but important. That is the reason I have taken this topic. Post-dated checks. What is this post-dated checks means? There are two terms. India, in India or APAC region and Gulf region, what is this PDC means? Different concept in the mind. In the dynamic CX, what is the PDC? There is a two different scenarios, two different business scenarios, business cases. What is this? Suppose I have received a check from customer. I have received a check from customer. Today it is 30th July. Suppose today it is 30th July. Now customer has given me a check by putting a date 10th August. 10th August, he has mentioned the date and he has given me a check. Can I deposit the check now in the bank? Can I? Is it possible?
No.
Anyone, please? No, we can't. We can't. So now I need to keep this file, this check, whatever I have received, in my folder or in my box. Okay, then the checks I have received, like this PDC checks, whatever I have received, all this I'm putting in my folders or in my rack, in my box. I'm keeping like 1st July to 1st August to 5th August, whatever I'm going to receive the checks, I will keep it in one rack in a folder. And from 6th to 10th, whatever the checks I have received, I kept in the folder and another folder. And from 15th to 16th, like 11th to 15th, I will keep it like this. Like 6 racks, I will keep it for advanced checks, whatever I have received, I will keep in my box. So Indian mindset or Gulf regions or APAC region, Malaysia, Singapore, any area, people, business people they will think like, whatever the checks I have received and I have kept in my rack, in my folders, system should show me what are the checks. Suppose now it is 7th of August. Now system should tell me what is the checks I have received from different customers, check numbers in my rack, what is there. I want to know from the system, which is not available. Which is not available because you have not entered in the system, you have not registered, system don't have that one. So if you want that kind of PDC function, then you need to develop a small kind of a screen so that as soon as he received, he will enter those details in the system and it will be kept in the rack. System will not show you. So if you want that kind of information, then you need to make a small kind of, it is not a big customization, one form or one screen should be developed, and you can keep this item, items you can enter in the system as soon as if you received from the customers, and whenever the date comes, at the time you can filter that by date, and you can understand what are the checks I have entered already earlier, and you can take. That is a customization. Clear? Understood the first scenario?
Yes.
Okay, I hope it is clear now. Fine. In the system, PDC functionality is available. What is the PDC? This is scenario 1, which I told you, which is not exist. Second scenario is I have received check and I have deposited in the bank. My check is actually like my bank is HDFC Bank, and I see like I have received a check from the customer, that is like Telangana Gramina Bank or Telangana Cooperative Bank, something. It is in like Warangal, in small village or small town. There is a bank. That bank is not a cooperative bank or like any small kind of banks. Those things that will not be available in the entire in Hyderabad kind of thing. Then if I deposit in the bank, what they will do, they will send this check to that area or regional office. So regional office, they will validate whether the balance is exist or not in that cooperative bank or whatever, society bank or whatever it may be. And once it is cleared there, and it will be transferred that balances to your bank account. So it will take minimum to minimum sometimes. So nowadays it may be 2 days, 3 days. Earlier it may take 1 week as well. Earlier it is long back when I'm child, I know like if you, this kind of checks, if you want to deposit and if you want to credit in your bank account, it may take even 1 week, 10 days also. Particularly Gramina banks and cooperative banks and society banks checks, it will take some time, because that should be the physical copy should be sent to corresponding bank, and they will validate the amounts exist or not in that one. Once it is existed, then it will be transferred. Lengthy process. Of course, nowadays, if you are doing business, you want faster. You will have some like big banks like HDFC, HSBC, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, IDBI. There are so many banks nowadays. If you are doing business, big business, definitely will go with the latest one. Then it may take 1 day, not more than this, usually nowadays. But there is some. So now I have deposited in the bank, but it should be reflected in the customer balance. Customer balance should be reflected, but it should not reflect in the bank. Bank balance should be reflected, and the bank balance should not be reflected. This is my requirement. Yes, it is possible through this PDC function. Understood the concept? Any doubt here? It should not be reflected to the bank. What I will do, I will map a temporary account, intermediate account, and this will be credited. Sorry, this is customer will be credited and this will be debited. Customer account debit, credit to this is debited. Now, if you use this PDC function, then this will be reversed and the bank will be debited. Later. This is PDC. This PDC function available in the system. This is scenario 2. Understood the concept? I will show you quickly in the system. Any doubt in this? Please, anyone unmute yourself. Okay, otherwise I'm showing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
Clear? Yeah, Velu, please.
Carry on, Satyan, sir.
Yeah, okay, fine. So in accounts payable or accounts receivable, will take the consideration, the same example. So in the method of payments, one of the method of payment is PDC. So if it is PDC, what you are enabling? You are enabling post-dated checks bridging account. You are enabling bridging account. For normal, we are not enabling bridging account. We are enabling bridging account now. So if it is enabled bridging account, what happens? Let me do a payment. Customer payment journal. Sorry?
You need to save that, or it is saved already?
It is already saved. It is already saved. Just I have shown by clicking edit. I have not done anything. PDC function itself is created already. 1 second, I will show you. Method of payment PDC means it will be by default, it will be enabled. So for Monday session, anyone has any topics, please ping me so that I will focus on that one. So it is already there. Okay. Just I have clicked on edit. That's it. It is there. Intermediate account. Now I'm doing customer payment. Lines. So select the customer. Take any customer, no issues. Now here, method of payment, I will select PDC. Okay, automatically this ledger account is populated. Now customer account credit, or you can select settle transactions or something, whatever it may be, the format you want, you can select customer account credit, and bank account debit. Actually, instead of bank, it is PDC. So you can use the reference number, check reference number, or post-dated checks form will be opened. You can enter the check details here. And you will have more details in the PDC. You can use, if you want, ICICI Bank branch and everything you can enter. The same reference number I'm using here also as a payment reference number. Okay, now I'm posting. So instead of bank, we are utilizing the intermediate account, the bridging account. It is called bridging account. This is called PDC. Now it is, once it is posted, if you want, once it is realized after 3 days, 4 days, whatever it was the day, If it is realized, then you can go to general ledger, journal entries. If you want, you can create one more journal name. That is your wish. You can take one more journal name. Suppose for PDC, if you want separate journal names, you can create. You can use any journal name. Only for filtering, number sequence filtering, we are using. I'm using the same. Now go to lines. The date, whatever the date it was realized, cleared, that account you are selecting. You need to enter the date, corresponding date, whatever the date it is there. Now click on functions. Select bridge transactions. Now whatever it was posted, it will be shown. This is for vendors, this is for customers. So click OK, accept. Then this account will be reversed. I mean to say, intermediate account will be credited and bank account will be debited, the bank transaction. Okay, bank account will be debited and intermediate account, whatever bridging account, it will be posted. Okay, so if you want suppose before going to realize this account, if you want to see the transactions like PDC, what are the transactions? In 2012, that form is not available. In D365, one form is available for posted transactions. PDC transactions, we have one function. Give me a second. It is in some inquiries reports. Customer post dated checks. Please guide me. Please look at the system. Somewhere else it is not regular, so that is the reason. There customer post dated checks, in somewhere else it is there.
You can expand all and then do a control F. It will expand all. Control F, and you can do the search.
Okay. Usually, why I will search, the reason I can remember if I am trying for multiple times. Okay, that is my intention. Okay, 1 minute.
No, you don't have to go somewhere else. Just go into the same form.
But it was missed actually. 1 second.
Yeah, expand all.
Yeah, sorry.
And control F.
I clicked here, but it was gone to screen, somewhere else screen. Okay.
No, control F is yeah. You can just type.
I'm doing. Customer post dated check.
No battery.
There. This one, customer post dated checks. In the payments, it is there. So it will show here. For your reference, suppose if you want to see at any point of time, customer post dated checks, it will show. Means this form is not earlier, it is in previous version. I don't think so it is available, because I'm posting here. I have posted some 10 transactions. I don't know what is the transactions I have posted for PDC. From here we can't, because all are posted, we cannot differentiate. If you want separately, that is once again lengthy process. Rather than that one form is available. You can see here the customer posted transactions. This is available in 2012 and D365. I think it is available in 2009 also. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, bridge posting is there in 2009 also.
Yeah, in 2009 also. Yes, it is available. But the form is not exist. Like if you want to see the report kind of thing, that form is not exist in 2009. In 2012, I think it may be available. I did not remember.
The PDC data, I mean.
Yeah, the form, simple form.
Yeah,
this form, I mean to say. In 2009, it is not available. I'm sure it is not available.
But this is definitely a very good functionality.
Yeah.
At least data capture, nothing great here. But it's very useful.
Fine. So any more topics need to discuss? One more topic, pending topic is there. Sorry to interrupt you. One topic I need to cover on Monday. It is invoice register and approval journal. In the very first, I told you 4 types. 3 types I have explained. 4th type I have not explained, approval journal. This I will show you on Monday. It is most important topic, which is not covered. I remember. I will cover. Yeah, yes, please. Now.
How the bank is going to be realized? Like example, I had a PDC which was given on say 5th of August, which was and it is due. And on the due date, do I need to do one more entry so that the bank balances are reflecting correctly, or what happens in that in the background?
I have shown you just now, like in general journal, you can do it. Am I right? I'm confusing like your question you were asked.
Right now, it is posted into the bridging account 130730, where the bridging account is. It is posted.
So that is through customer payment. I've done this one, and the realization I did it from general journal. Am I right? From here, like
Then
you have.
It,
yeah. Okay. Because on 5th of July, now I clicked on this load. You can revisit my video. Select bridge transactions, and
I missed it. Then thank you.
This one. Whenever it is received from the bank, you will get notification like through BRS or whatever it may be. You came to know like that is realized on that day. You can come to general journal, normal general journal, functions, bridge transactions, select bridge transactions, and bring that one. Automatically you can select that one and you can post. Simple.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Welcome. You can revisit my video, then you can understand easily. Like
sure,
10 minutes before. So one more topic, actually vendor invoices can be done in 4 different ways. One is invoice journal, second one is a purchase order to invoice, third one is pending vendor invoice. These 3 options I have explained. 4th option is there, invoice register and approval journal. I have not explained. I remember this is one of the topic. We'll cover this one on Monday. But let me introduce what is this. On Monday I will show you practically. We have another 5 minutes. Let me show you what is this means.
Yes, Satya,
this place.
What is that advanced bank reconciliation? What is that?
Oh, okay. Advanced bank reconciliation also I will cover Monday. This one. It is what is this means? You will receive soft copy rather than hard copy. You are receiving a soft copy in a HTML file or XML file. You are receiving. Then you can integrate with the system with the bank reconciliation. So I will show you on Monday on this also, this topic also in detail. Okay, how to do it. Fine. Now let me explain about this topic. What is this? Invoice register and approval journal. Suppose I'm creating a purchase order. Now purchase order confirmation. Now I need to do invoice so that I can do the payment. After that, I will do product receipt and then vendor invoice. Here you cannot do invoice directly. If you are doing invoice means product receipt come invoice will be executed, am I right? But I want invoice. Particularly in Europe countries. Maybe this may not be used in normal countries. In Europe countries, what they will do, the material will be dispatched to other country, and until and unless payment is not done, the material will not be dispatched. So if you want to do a payment, we need invoice. Then we can use this one, invoice register function. Means you are registering the invoice to the vendor account only, but not temporary accounts. Then during invoice, you can bring that purchase order. So what you will do, through approval journal, you can call this purchase order and you can do invoice. This is instead of vendor invoice, you are doing invoice register here, and you can do the payment. So it will not post to the actual transactions. Ledger temporary accounts will be posted. There is some temporary accounts that will be posted. Now, once it is done, you will do the product receipt. This is the financial postings only, but not inventory impact. And then product receipt, material will be received because it is invoice registered and you have paid amount. Then you will do the product receipt, and then you will generate the invoice from approval journal. This is a this may not be used in normal scenarios, normal countries. This is the utilization is very less. In Europe countries, they will use a lot. In Europe countries, they will use a lot. Okay, so this topic I will show you on Monday, and I will explain about a normal manual BRS and the automatic BRS. Okay.
Satya, can you help us understand in one of the sessions saying that how the open transactions are processed in the system, like purchase order, or in progress sales
No,
order?
what do you mean by like?
Like when we launch the system, obviously we will have a lot of open transactions to be posted in the system, right? Like
And I
unprocessed
mean to say,
invoices.
you mean to say data migration.
Part of the you can say data migration process. One of the
So
conditions.
see, I will give you explanation that is majorly more about options. Like one is you can use data migration is the function using techno functional help. I mean to say, usually one SQL server expert, SQL guy, he will do data migration using data import export framework or DFM. But I will show you. I will guide you. I will guide you definitely.
This was a request on more of scenario discussion, like till what conditions do we need to do the cutoff, what conditions the data should be loaded. If there is, say, example, the item has already come into the warehouse and it is sitting in the quality check. Now, how do we load that specific quantity into the system in a specific status or whatever related to it? Because
So
right
you mean
now,
whatever you are asking, this is at the time of opening balances or during the after go live?
No, during the opening balance discussion, because right
Okay,
now,
fine.
like any go live, we do the opening balance discussion with the customer so that they can
Yes.
prepare the data, and we tell them what extent what data has to be prepared in place. Because
Understood.
as is, we cannot take. We will have to go
Understood.
one step further or one step back to take the load of the information. So we need to discuss, or you can guide us saying that in what scenarios where do we need to stand, so that will be clear.
Sure, that one. So please try to join on Monday and Tuesday. So by Tuesday it will be completed the sessions. So if it is really required on Wednesday, we'll discuss definitely. I'm not escaping. But here Monday, Tuesday the sessions will be done. So please join. We'll we'll discuss on this one. Like I understood the complexity because some are open purchase orders, some are product receipts, some are invoices. That is the main concern, right?
And we'll have a lot of ifs and buts in the scenario. Say something is in quarantine, something is in quality, something is damaged, something is something else. So, and again, the same thing when we get into the finance, ledger and subledger reconciliations, like how do we make sure that things are in track? So those sort of
Sure, we'll discuss on these points. Definitely we'll discuss. So it is a piece level of information. You are taking a piece level of information, how to migrate the data from to new system. Okay, fine.
Like data and all, yes, as you clearly said, we have the DMF and we will make sure. But only thing is, how do we conclude that transaction when we're discussing with the customer?
First one, what I need to select. Second one, first priority, what is that? Second priority, what is that? Third priority, what is that? One is open POs. Next one is product receipt POs. And next one is invoice POs. How to conclude? Am I right? Ledger wise, inventory wise. Yeah, okay. Definitely we'll discuss. On Tuesday we'll discuss. Tomorrow on Monday I will explain you these two. And Tuesday we'll discuss that part. Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
Yes, Satya.
Anything else? Yes, please.
Yeah, when you make a vendor payment with PDC, what will be the impact of a bridging account? Impact on bridging account?
Because initially it will be, see, initially it was debited, am I right? See, initially it will be debited.
Okay.
Later it is credited. Net effect is 0.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So we'll connect once again on Monday. Anything else, please unmute, please speak. Otherwise, we'll connect on Monday. Okay, then see you all. Bye.